Spending hours on a job and costing you hundreds of dollars, only to find out it's going to cost double? Give Calhoun Plumbing a call. Since 1992, the team at Calhoun Plumbing has been loyally serving the homes and businesses of Greater Columbus, Ohio. Have a plumbing emergency? Calhoun Plumbing will come to your rescue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A messy plumbing problem won't wait or fix itself. What are you waiting for? Someone is standing by to take your call now. Call 614-444-1995 for your trusted everything you need all-in-one plumber. Calhoun Plumbing. Military and seniors save 10% off on service calls and no premium rates for Saturday appointments. For more information, go to calhounplumbing.com or call 614-444-1995. That number again is 614-444-1995.
Kings and world leaders. I'm gonna sing it.
Cause I get things cooking. You stare.
How long you drama?
Don't you dare change that station. You're listening to Columbus's newest radio program.
Sweet mother of God, what is the holdup?
This is the Sunday Morning Meltdown with your hosts, Anthony Antman Shafer, Josh, and the intern Siobhan, exclusively on musicfamiliaproductions.com.
Woo, woo, woo. It's Sunday. Good morning, Music Familia. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good morning. We're waking up here, Sunday Meltdown, every Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon, bringing yourself some awesome unsigned music and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So we got some horoscopes today. We got love news, and we got the lovely Siobhan.
Good morning.
What's going on, Siobhan? How are you?
Not too much. How are you?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, you know, things to do. And things that pay money to do.
Right? Right. So I want to give everybody an opportunity, man, right now to jump over to the live show. You guys can go over to musicfamiliaproductions.com, check out the live show right there, or you guys can go over to youtube.com/musicfamiliaproductions and do that as well. You guys can get in on that action right there, and it's really fun, man, real easy. All you guys got to do is slide on over like my man David Sheets from Photo Nation AP. You can slide right in to the YouTube and hang out with us this morning. And multitask, because, you know, you want to see the whole show. You don't want to miss the whole show. You know what I mean? So what's going on, Siobhan? What do you got for him today? Anything fun?
Well, honestly, obviously horoscopes and love news. But other than that, I didn't.
I want to
really...
talk gun
well,
laws today.
Actually, yeah, I did want to. So, as everyone knows, September 8th was the official date to start medical marijuana in Columbus, and in Ohio. However, my understanding, unless I missed an article, which is very possible, I haven't been online much lately, but that I know of, nothing was actually up and running on the 8th. There were some delays that they were working through, but they already had like 50 dispensaries planned for locations and ready to go, and people are already getting their cards. So it is happening. I think there was just some delays with like the actual opening of things.
Right.
But what a lot of people don't know or aren't clear on is what that really means as far as how you go about getting a card, what conditions qualify you for a card, and what that means as far as owning a gun, having a concealed carry license, and all of those things.
Yep.
And I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it with half truths, basically.
not just like, just half truths. Like, we're talking about complete wall falsified information.
I have seen people be very. I'm trying to be nice.
No, screw that.
I
Because
have have seen people choose to be very ignorant about it.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that people are aware of what it actually means to be a card holder and what that means for your rights outside of being a card holder.
I'm excited about this,
because as everyone I'm sure knows, I am a strong advocate for just freaking make it legal already. It shouldn't be a felony anymore. It shouldn't be federally illegal anymore. It shouldn't be a schedule, like all of these things, it shouldn't be anymore. And I'm a very strong advocate for that. Nobody has ever killed anybody by smoking a quarter. All they've done is killed a bag of chips and candies and a box of soda. Like, that's the only thing anybody's killed when they're stoner. Unless, now, side note, unless it was laced with something. When you start talking about that, yes, people go out and do stupid things. But that's because it was laced with fentanyl or heroin or crystal or etc. XYZ drug that make people go out and kill people. Now, there's also the side of it that, yes, some stoners think, oh, I should get in my car and go drive to the store and get my munchies.
Right.
I don't condone that. If you're impaired, you're impaired. It's no different than going and killing a case of beer and getting in your car and driving. However, because of everything surrounding it politically right now and in the law stance, they are making a bigger deal out of it if you drive high.
Right.
Because they can and because of situation. However, I don't care what they say. It's no different than killing a case of beer or smoking a quarter to the head and going and getting in your car.
I think it's
If
funny.
you're impaired, you're impaired. Don't drive. Don't be a moron. Don't ruin it for everyone.
I think the commercials are kind of funny. The drive-through commercial with the two dudes and a little girl who rides in front of them, and the drive-through where the dude hits the gas and runs the girl over.
I haven't seen that one in forever. I remember that one from when I was in high school. Totally, absolutely.
It's on late night.
So this is my thing with that. I've never had that kind of a reaction time. Like, I smoked in high school all the time, and I was stupid and young and dumb. And I drove while I was smoking, and I drove while I was high.
I'm
not condoning.
You can be honest on the show and say
I'm not
you support marijuana.
I'm not condoning driving and being high.
No,
I'm saying that I was dumb, young, stupid, naive, an idiot, a moron, etc., etc., etc. when I was younger, and I did. However, what I will say is, and this again is not me condoning it, this is me just stating a fact from my own experience, I never hit anyone. I never caused an accident. My reaction time was never so delayed that I even thought I was going to hit someone.
My man Bill, he says, look at the surplus of money Colorado and Washington State have.
Right.
They're fixing their own roads and investing in education.
That's the whole other side of it. And that's the whole other side of it that we're not even talking about here, of how it helps. But, like I said, I think people should be aware of, in Ohio, what it means to be a green card holder and what it means outside of, oh, I got my green card.
I can't wait to talk about this, man, because I can't wait to fix some of the fallacies that I've heard and some of the just flat out. Like, I love my friends and I love my music Familia, but there just have been some asinine comments made about, well, when I get my green card, I'm going to be able to explanative, whatever. And I can't wait to set it straight, man. And a lot of people are like, well, these laws are going to change. And I'm like, no, dude. They just changed.
That was actually my favorite. That was my favorite. Oh, it'll change was the response I got.
No, it'll change.
It'll change.
No.
But
it did change.
It did change on the 8th.
Yeah.
Like these laws that we're going to go over today went into effect on the 8th.
And they're not going to be changing anytime soon, according to Congress, either. Congress has made it clear, like, they only make these changes X amount of years. And they're going to have to do an X amount of years on this just to make sure it's going to be good, man. I can't wait to talk about it. What's going on, Mr. John F. Gordon? Hey, I want to give a shout-out to everybody, man. Before we get into the show, we're going to get some new music going here. And but I want to give a shout-out to my man John F. Gordon because like him and many promoters in the music industry and out and about in the area, they have awesome shows going on, and like Maximum Hype and Filthy Productions, as well as Speedy Socks Productions as well. They are jumping in on some shows, man, at the Bethel Road Pub. You guys don't want to get over there, check it out. Maximum Hype presents The Blend, Ignite the Fire, Get Weird, Echoes from a Distance, David Goliath. This dude's got some tongue-in-cheek skills, I'm telling you, man. Dark Harbor, Bobby D, all under one roof, September 22nd. It's going down Bethel Road Pub, 1375. Bethel Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43220. You guys want to get out there. Doors at 8 p.m. Show starts at 9 p.m. $5 cover for the door. Also, the roast of Nick Wilson is going down, man. Make sure you guys get out there. September to remember. Cryptic, ADA, TFTS, Looks like Avanti, Tin Rose, and Tyler Perry's going to be out there, as well as my man John F. Gordon's going to be throwing down some surprises for you guys. Make sure you get out there and check it out. September 29th. Doors are at 6 p.m., 21 and up, $5 cover, baby. So, it's an open kitchen as well, 1375 Bethel Road. Make sure you come hungry, drink specials, and all that fun jazz. Yeah. Also, you guys know, you guys missed it. The death of Grindhouse was Friday night. That's why I still have the flyer up, because Grindhouse is no more. Siobhan, can you believe it?
I know, it's crazy.
Felix is on to bigger and better ventures. He is leaving, and Jacob Gibbons is like, is this live? Like, yes, this is live.
I just have to say, I think that it's interesting that they chose to just completely disband instead of replacing him like most bands have done in the past. And there's a way in which I actually respect them for doing it that way, because they are Grindhouse, and they are the original Grindhouse, if I'm not mistaken. They
skipped the whole step, didn't
like
they?
They are all original members, and I feel like them deciding to completely disband instead of trying to find someone to replace him is kind of honorable in a sense in the music scene, because you see that all the time where a band will lose a member that's been a core member, and then they get this other person who's not an original, and then a couple months later you don't know who they are anymore.
Right.
So I feel like they almost took the high road in a sense, if you will, to be like, no, you know what? We're going to leave you with the good memories. We're not going to screw those up.
Right. You know, that I think that really what it comes down to.
I'll be honest. I love Grindhouse and loved Grindhouse, and yeah, I don't really think that they could have found a suitable replacement for Felix, to be honest. Like, there's only one Felix.
You know, the thing that I want to point out is all four of the members from Grindhouse have been in their own bands. They've done their own thing. They have families. They have wives. They have kids. They have all those things. And instead of trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, they just said, you know what? Like, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. Yep, all right, we're good with this. And they just went, done. And you know what? I think that's to Seven and all the guys, man. Congratulations, and I'm glad to see that you guys were able to make it happen that way. Because from what I heard, it was a bomb show. Everybody was really happy and sad and happy, sad, and all those positive and ups and downs. You know, when somebody decides to end. But you know what, man? What great shows they put on. And Seven puts on such a great show and designs such a great flyer that there's so much more to come from him, I'm sure, and the other guys. So I'm excited to see what the next projects lead into from the guys, you know? I don't know. Anyway, so I got some new music for you guys, man. It is Sunday. We're all waking up here, recovering a little bit. So we're going to get into some Yesterday Kids. This is Out of Our Own Backyard. Friends, I love you guys. Good morning. Sunday Meltdown. got some brand new Pray for Sleep for you right here, slaves. Come on, turn it up. Let's go. Get the shares going. I want to see some thumbs up in this. Let's go. Pray for Sleep, waking up early this morning on Sunday Meltdown. It's Sunday, 10:23 Eastern Standard Time. What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's going on?
So, we're going to be talking about this thing, and it's going to get a lot of people fired up, man. I'm really excited because I love firing people up about topics and getting awareness out there about things. And one of the things we're going to be talking about this morning, I guess, our favorite botanical depot made the cover of an article.
It's true.
And if you would like to go into this, I'll elaborate a little bit before we get into it. So Columbus Botanical Depot is a CBD hemp health store. And in the beginning, and a while ago, I was sponsored by and powered by Columbus Botanical Depot for a while. well, you know, business is business, and you know, things happen, and we ended up separating, going different ways, just because of business as it was. And it's funny because I was just thinking about stopping in there to see them, and then you sent me this article from WOSU.
Yes.
And go ahead, Siobhan.
So let me pull this over here to my main screen so I can see it better. So Ohio rules CBD oil is illegal under medical marijuana laws. So first thing you should know about the new medical marijuana laws. So Columbus Depot, Botanical Depot sells CBD oil, which the Ohio Pharmacy Board says is illegal. Products derived from marijuana that don't contain THC, the chemical that produces a high, are being sold in stores throughout the state. Cannabinoid or CBD oil can be found in boutique shops and health food stores, but the Ohio Pharmacy Board says sales of those products are illegal. The board's clarification on CBD oil, which is derived from marijuana or hemp, says it is illegal under Ohio's new medical marijuana law, which takes effect September 8th. The board says CBD oil must go through the same testing procedures and comply with the same rules as actual marijuana. The board adds the only legal way to sell it is through a medical marijuana control program dispensary. The Ohio Board of Pharmacy in June approved 56 dispensary licenses, 5 of which are in Franklin County. The message is clear that until dispensaries are operational, and none are right now, no one is allowed to possess or sell CBD oil and other marijuana-related products. Still, some stores stocking CBD oil are continuing to sell it despite the Pharmacy Board's ruling. Ohio Medical Marijuana Program has seen major delays and is now expected to become partially operational by the end of the year. Excuse me. And there's a correction here. The Ohio Board of Pharmacy is responsible for licensing medical marijuana dispensaries, not the Ohio Department of Commerce.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a clip here that's about 1 minute and 18 seconds long. Trying to think which speaker system I have working. I'll just put my mic up to it since it's not very long. So I apologize that it may not be the best of quality for you guys. But we will do that. Let's see here. Okay.
Products derived from marijuana that don't contain THC, the chemical that produces a high, are being sold in stores throughout the state. Cannabinoid or CBD oil can be found in boutique shops and health food stores, but the state's pharmacy board says sales of those products are illegal. The board's clarification on CBD oil, which is derived from marijuana or hemp, says it is illegal under Ohio's new medical marijuana law, which takes effect September 8th. The board says CBD oil must go through the same testing procedures and comply with the same rules as actual marijuana. And the board adds the only legal way to sell it is through a medical marijuana control program dispensary. The message is clear that until dispensaries are operational, and none are right now, no one is allowed to possess or sell CBD oil and other marijuana-related products.
So it makes you wonder. I know that it makes you wonder about Joe. I'm gonna go in.
Well, and that's my thing, because they specifically put his shop of all shops. They put Joe's shop in the article, and I'm gonna send this over to you. Just make sure you have it. And this was from August 31st, mind you, but it happened to pop up as I was pulling up the articles for the actual marijuana laws, for obvious reasons.
Greg Chafin says, of course, the pharmacy board would say that. Meanwhile, the opioid epidemic makes big business in Ohio.
Right.
Jacob Gibbons weighs in and says, yep, one hand washes the other. Rise up. It's like this almost everywhere else in America. Man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send that to you so you can throw that up so people can go and take a look, because I mean they literally stood outside of his shop and took a picture and posted it to their article. So yeah. Crazy.
I wonder if Joe can do anything at all.
I was gonna say, I mean, like at this point, And in the picture, it kind of almost looks like the shop is closed. I'll be honest. Because it's dark inside and I don't see anything. And so it almost looks like the shop is closed in the picture that they took. But it might have just been a time when the shop is closed. Because this was posted on the 31st. So it was before the law went into effect. Because the laws went into effect on the 8th. So as of the 8th, he is technically no longer allowed to sell.
Man, so for 8 days.
So this is what I wonder.
Yeah.
So for the people that get it and use it from an online source, are those online sources no longer going to ship to Ohio?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would assume is how that's going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's the only way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only...
Because that's my thing, is if you don't police the online sources too and allow them not to ship to, combine them to not shipping to Ohio, that's the only way to completely keep it from being sold.
So then I guess I'm a
in
felon.
Ohio.
So I guess I'm a felon. I guess I'm breaking the law because I have CBD in my house. I can tell that was
wow, sorry guys, that just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I'm thinking about it right now. I have CBD at my house in my drawer, and just finding out on the 8th that CBD became illegal in Ohio. Wow.
Yeah, and
I was a huge supporter of it for a long time, and I still am.
And so am I. I mean, I think that it does wonder, and there's no reason that it should be illegal because it's not a drug, but this is how the system works. Like, this is the perfect example of how the system works.
Is this where we're supposed to say screw the system?
We're giving you one thing, but we're going to take away another.
Right, exactly.
And the thing we're taking away isn't even illegal, by the way.
Right. We just want to punish you to punish you.
Like, it's almost like when the spice came out, Like, oh, you can't have weed, but we'll make this alternative chemical-born nasty substance that you can replace with it that's more addictive and worse for you.
Do you remember when they came out with that and they said that it was healthy for everybody?
That's my point.
And they come out and they were like, oh,
the healthy form of smoking.
Oh, yeah. No residual effects
effects whatsoever.
You're just going to eat your friend's face if you overdo it.
Well, no, that was bath salts.
Oh, yeah, that was bath salts.
But again, same concept. Same concept. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's totally ridiculous.
This is 2018, man. Just pick one. Like, there's so many examples.
Yeah, I mean, But yeah, so that's one of the first changes that come about, and I feel like my mic stand is broken or something. I don't know. It's like it should have more tension than it does.
I don't know.
I guess it forgot its Viagra today.
All right.
So I'm sure everybody is wondering, okay, so if I want to get a green card, what does that mean? How do I do it? What do I have to have wrong with me? Okay, so there is a company called Green Health Docs that is in Columbus now, and they're basically the way to go about it. So it's greenhealthdocs.com is the website. So how do I become a legal cannabis patient in Ohio? Patients are required to be a resident of Ohio and have at least one qualifying condition diagnosed by a physician. Call or text Green Health Docs and we'll gladly answer any of your questions. Or go to their webpage. So what are the qualifying conditions? So here is the list of the actual qualifying conditions that will make you eligible to have a green card in Ohio. Chronic severe or intractable pain, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, epilepsy or another seizure disorder, fibromyalgia, cancer, AIDS or HIV plus status, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, inflammatory bowel disease, glaucoma, hepatitis C, sickle cell anemia, ALS. I'm not even going to butcher it.
Yeah. There you go.
I was going to try it for a second, but no,
don't do it.
I'm good. Alzheimer's disease, chronic trauma, and I hate medical words. Yeah, CTE.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you
we're
go.
just gonna go
We're just gonna
CTE.
go
Yeah.
CTE. Yeah.
Multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, spinal cord disease or injury, Tourette's syndrome, which I actually thought was interesting, I have to say, because it's not one I expected to be on there.
Right.
And the last one that would qualify you is a traumatic brain injury, a TBI. So if you have one of those conditions, then you do qualify. And basically, you have to go through the steps of getting registered. If you're curious as to how to set up an appointment, call or text 614-269-3085, and that's the Green Health Docs team, and they'll set you up with an appointment and get you started on the process. Now, something that you should know is, will your health insurance cover it? No. You're not that lucky.
No, health insurance does not cover it.
You should know better.
Yeah.
No, insurance companies do not cover the cost of certification because marijuana is still illegal at a federal level. Keep that in mind.
Gets better, folks. It gets way better. You ready for this?
So,
buckle up, bitches.
So, you might be wondering too, no dispensaries are open. Why should I even get my license right now? Well, typically once dispensaries open, there's a huge influx of requests for patients registration and doctor visits. And so because of that, they recommend that you do it early. That way you don't have to wait. And let's see here. One of the important things you should also know is what happens if you're stopped by a law enforcement officer once you have a card. As a legal marijuana patient, you are protected, and hence the reason to get legal now, obviously. Patients do not have to disclose that they possess any medical cannabis and do not have to consent to a search. However, if a search is conducted and medical cannabis is found, the patient should inform the police that he or she is a medical cannabis patient.
Yep. I got this little image here. I'm going to put this up with your beautiful face.
Okay, and that is actually the next thing I was going to right after this. Okay, so can veterans obtain a cannabis card? Yes. They also receive a discount with Green Health Docs and pay a reduced initial visit of a fee of $220, and they say thank you for your service. So keep that in mind, but know that as a veteran, because of that whole it's not legal on a federal level, it's not going to be paid for by any of the services you receive. So
any.
None of them. Not a single one.
As a matter of fact, I read an article shortly after you talked to me about this. I read an article about a Vietnam vet who lives in Oregon in a medical marijuana state, and the VA dumped his benefits because he was using medical marijuana. We don't give a shit about your card.
Because
have your card. We're cutting your benefits. Have a great day.
That doesn't surprise me because the VA is a federally funded and run operation, so hence they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because on a federal level, it is still illegal and considered a scheduled drug.
Yep.
So, let's see here. So that picture there, let me get my larger image because I am blind and whatnot.
You're good.
Oh, that's not the larger.
I'll bring it back when you're ready.
Okay. So here is a little piece that was put together by a law office, actually. James Deary of Deary, Fisher, and Matthews, LLC. And they are actually, I believe they are located in, Lebanon and Dayton area, Beaver Creek specifically. So, but they figured they would put some information out for everyone to make things clear. So, this was officially, as of the 8th, this went into effect. What is legal and what is illegal? So legal is used for medical purposes for one of the 21 conditions in oils, edibles, patches, and vaporized forms. Production, sale, and testing of marijuana by businesses that have been state approved to do so. And employers may require employees to pass a drug test still. What's illegal? Smoking, home cultivation, or any recreational use of marijuana. Driving while under the influence of marijuana. Possessing firearms while using marijuana.
Now here's the thing. So I want to, because somebody out there is going to be like, hey, wait a minute. Possessing firearms
Yes.
while using marijuana.
I have something to follow that up with right here.
Awesome.
So, possessing. Under federal law, marijuana users cannot obtain or possess firearms. Under the federal prohibition, marijuana users are not allowed to buy, sell, or possess firearms or ammunition or obtain a CCW certification. A federal circuit court of appeals in Nevada has ruled that restrictions on firearm sales for individuals using medical marijuana does not violate the Second Amendment. In Ohio, however, the National Incident Background Check System will not have access to the Ohio Registry of Medical Marijuana Patients. Medical marijuana users are expected to observe the law on their honor.
Yep.
So basically what that means is, as of the 8th, if you live in Ohio and you become a legal marijuana card holder, then you have to basically walk to a police station with your guns and say, here are my guns because I have a green card.
Yep. And that's exactly what the law enforcement is saying. That's not
Here's my ammunition because I have a green card now, so I don't, here's my stuff so I'm not a felon.
Yeah, because
it's basically what that means.
As of right now, any medical marijuana card holder in the state of Ohio is classified a felon.
Because on a federal level, it's a Schedule 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Schedule 1 drug, which makes it automatically a felony to possess anything of that nature. And so, in turn, if you have those type of drugs on that Schedule 1 list, then you also become a felon if you have firearms because they're illegal federally, which makes it, it's a big circle of death, basically. Yep. But what it comes down to is you have to outweigh to you whether it's more important for you to be able to have your Second Amendment right to own a gun and bear arms, or is it more important to you to, let's just put it like it is, pay out of pocket to legally have weed?
Right.
And reminding everyone here, it is decriminalized in Ohio. Not on a federal level, but in Ohio. So if you have, I think it's less than, I actually don't know the exact amount. But basically, if you're walking around with an eighth in your pocket, you're not going to get in trouble.
Right.
It's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Like, let me just be real with everyone. So you have to outweigh whether it's worth it to you to get that card and legally be able to have it, in a sense, in this perfect little bubble that they've created that doesn't have to do with federal.
By 2019, they're setting, I was just reading in another article, that was an offshoot of the article you were talking about. By 2019, 2020, they're looking at getting the FDA, not the FDA, the Federal Gun Administration, trying to think of the whole words for them. Anyway,
yeah,
the firearm dudes. Yeah, so
ATF.
Yeah, okay. So ATF. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's been early morning and the baby was up all night. So they're talking about by 2020 getting all of the gun laws on the same page so that when you go to like a Vance's or a Dickies or a Cabela's or somewhere, and as soon as you put your license in, it shows you're a medical marijuana holder, and then they just deny your gun purchase
basically
right there.
that's what it's coming to, is that they're going to they're basically trying to get it to where you go, and if you don't tell them, they see that you are, and
he said, Photo Nation AP says it will change with firearms. Photo Nation AP also goes on to say, so if you don't have a card and have weed, you're still a felon. Your argument is not valid.
That's on a federal level, and there's no cop that I've ever met in Columbus that's going to try to charge you on a federal level unless you have excessive amounts.
Right.
So
I would love to speak with a law officer on this conversation.
So my aunt is a retired police officer, and I've had conversations with her extensively about it. And that is part of where my stance comes from on it.
She's pro weed, I feel like, but she's
not
pro
really,
weed with responsibility.
She's not really pro weed. She thinks it's ridiculous that it's still federally illegal. She thinks it's absolutely ridiculous that it hasn't been federally decriminalized because she's like, there's really, like, I've never gone on a call or heard of a call where somebody shot somebody because they smoked weed. She's like, really? Crack, coke, all of those? Absolutely.
And for the record, it's not really an argument. It's more of I'm reading this straight from...
Right. I mean, I'm reading it from information.
It's really not an argument we just fathomed up and come up with. Like, this is straight from the government website here in Columbus, Ohio. You can go right to these websites. I'll post these websites in here.
There are notations and everything for the sources and where they came from.
I posted all of them in the YouTube chat, so you guys can check them out, man.
This is all from lawyers and
Photo Nation AP says that's against HIPAA laws. I'm like, you better check your facts, bro. You better be. Just saying, man.
Yes, which is the only reason they're not doing it yet. However, don't think for a second that they won't figure out a way around it.
All I'm saying, flat out, is that I am a concealed carry owner. And I will not and am not going to give up my rights or my just because I want to carry a green card. Like, that's stupid. And if I find out that I have to give up my Second Amendment rights to be legal, F that.
Yeah, it's totally not worth it.
Like, I feel like that's a conversation
I'll
for the
be completely honest. Like, with the things that are in the list that make you a qualification, I actually qualify. But I'm good. I'm good. Now, if qualifying and getting your card meant that the insurance would pay for it because it's actually medicine and it's medical, then absolutely I would.
Photo Nation EP says, okay, so what's the point? If you have a card, a cop isn't going to hem you up on a felony as if you don't have a card.
If you have a gun.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Right. Yeah.
If they come into your home and you have guns in your home.
My biggest thing, man, I just don't want to get caught in a sticky situation and have something that I can't answer for.
And what happens if you have that one cop that has a bad day and says, oh, you have a concealed carry license and I see you have a green card too? Oh, well, that's not allowed.
Well, that goes back to the whole, hey, you got a license plate light out.
Right.
Or, hey, you're...
I mean, it's just because of the way...
You went over the yellow line.
What it comes down to is the way that the laws are wrote and the way that they are right now and the way that the federal law interacts with the state laws and has, priority over them in all final sayings, if you will.
I love when we have these conversations and people get all personal.
It really just comes down to, is it really worth it?
So this points out right here, this is the problem with having conversations. Photo Nation AP right here, I have no problem calling him out. Like, I would destroy both of you if I was live with you. Like, dude, you know what, man? Like, these are articles we read. Like, for you to stand and be like, we're going to destroy... Like, whatever, bro. Like, anyway, next topic,
you're being
man.
Really childish. Like, I love you, but you're being childish about it. We're just trying to...
We're going to go to another... we're going to go to a break here, get some music in here, and we'll be right back. Give Calhoun Plumbing a call. Since 1992, the team at Calhoun Plumbing has been loyally serving the homes and businesses of Greater Columbus, Ohio. Have a plumbing emergency? Calhoun Plumbing will come to your rescue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A messy plumbing problem won't wait or fix itself. What are you waiting for? Someone is standing by to take your call now. Call 614-444-1995 for your trusted everything you need all-in-one plumber. Calhoun Plumbing. Military and seniors save 10% off on service calls and no premium rates for Saturday appointments. For more information, go to calhounplumbing.com or call 614-444-1995. That number again is 614-444-1995.
Hey, do you have a job that requires a trucking company? Here at Manessi Trucking and Repair, Manessi specializes in hauling, such as gravel, asphalt, and dirt. There's no job too big or too small. Here at Manessi, we have over 40 trucks to serve your hauling needs. Also, during the 27 years of being in business, Manessi specializes in repairing heavy and light-duty equipment. Any engine size, from a pickup truck to a D9 dozer. Broke down? Here at Manessi, they also make service calls. Get you up and running again. Give Don or Brian Manessi a call at 614-921-9183 or stop by at 1715 Atlas Street in Columbus off of Trayview or at ManessiTrucking.com. Remember, needy material hauled or equipment fixed, give a call to Manessi Trucking and Repair.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
What's going on, Music Familia? Good morning, good morning. Waking up. Sunday Meltdown. So it cracks me up that, you know, like I was just basically throwing those stories out there. Like, this is what I read. For somebody to, like, crucify us individually for us reading from something.
I would destroy you. Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So anyway,
good for you.
Next topic. So our next topic. So it's about 9:54. We got some awesome shows coming up this coming weekend, a couple weeks.
9:50.
Is it 9:54? That's 10.
You mean 10:54?
Oh, wow.
I was like, wait, is my clock wrong?
Good God.
Where are you?
Good God. I know, right? Totally crazy. So, Maximum Hype, Erica Linhoff, she is getting ready to move, but before she moves, she's going to have a killer show going on at the Bethel Road Pub, Ignite the Fire, Get Weird, Echoes from a Distance, Dark Harbor, DJ David Goliath, and Bobby D is going to be out there as well, man, September 22nd. Make sure you guys check it out. It's a 21 and up show, $5 cover at the door. Show starts at 9. Make sure you guys get up there. Doors are at 8, and it's at 1375 Bethel Road, Columbus, Ohio, 43220. Make sure you guys get up there, check it out. Also, at the same venue on the 29th of September, you can check out the roast of Nick Wilson. It's going to be a killer show. Cryptic, ADA, TFTS, Avante, Tin Rose, Tyler Perry, all going to be up there. My man John F. Gordon's going to be hanging out, and it's going to be pretty fun, man. We got about 5 minutes left until about 11 o'clock. We got Horoscopes coming up in a couple minutes. Siobhan, I know you got some love news for him today.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it's spicy. I'm like looking for, like, I'm hoping, like, the more we do it, the raunchier, dirtier, like, the crazier you're gonna get, and you've been doing just that. So I'm so proud of you. So thank you.
Well, I don't intentionally do it, but okay.
No, yeah. You know, I mean,
I just go with whatever is new and you know, looks interesting, basically.
Right. Exactly. See, that's why I love you. Oh, so it's going to be a fun day, man. We got all kinds of fun stuff. What are you doing for the rest of the day? What are you doing for the rest of your weekend?
I actually have a family day today. I get to go to my mom's house. We're going to have a cookout-ish. We're cooking out for the kids, and then the adults are getting Rooster's wings. It's so nice to be an adult.
Yeah, right. I guess
because that shit happened when I was a kid, and I was always like, man, that's not fair. How come the adults get the good stuff? Because I actually never really liked hot dogs as a kid, and they always made hot dogs for the kids and hamburgers for the adults, and I was the only kid that got a hamburger, so I just wouldn't eat a hot dog. I hated them, and I only eat them every once in a while now.
I mean, the only ones I've ever seen you eat is Dirty Franks. I'm
really specific. Like, they either have to be Dirty Franks, and even Dirty Franks sometimes are, because I mean, they do use the all beef ones, and that's the only reason I can eat theirs. But like, I buy Hebrew National or Nathan's. That's all I buy at home.
Wow, you ain't playing around.
Like, I don't get cheap ones. They don't taste good. They taste like processed meat. That's why I don't eat bologna anymore.
A lot of people used to argue with me. Like, they'd be like, "It doesn't taste like the." I'm like, "No, but no, it is."
No, like seriously, go get an Oscar Mayer hot dog, and then go get a Nathan's or a Hebrew National and tell me there's not a taste difference. You'd be lying.
We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes right in front of 11 o'clock, man. So it looks like, it looks like Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem have been going back.
Oh yeah, they're going at it again, aren't they?
Man, it's been vicious. It's just been stupid, back and forth.
Like I feel like they just need to meet in the schoolyard and duke it out.
Yeah,
and just get it over with.
So check this out, Machine Gun Kelly. An actor calls him a pussy because he's siding with Eminem, right? So an actor calls Machine Gun Kelly a pussy, so his bodyguards beat him to a pulp.
Holy crap.
Machine Gun Kelly's bodyguards beat a bloody hell out of an actor who called out the rapper for the blood feud with Eminem. Violence started late Friday night in Atlanta. Cops say MGK and his crew were in a restaurant bar when the actor named Gabriel G-Rod Rodriguez walked up to him with his phone out and started recording. In the video obtained by TMZ, you see G-Rod point at MGK and say, "I'm going to say it because it has to be said. You're a pussy for going for family." G-Rod tells us he was especially upset because he's a husband and father of 3 kids. And it looks like G-Rod was pissed at Kelly for his beef with Eminem, which started when Kelly said that M's then teenage daughter Haley is hot. In a video, MGK appears to shove J-Rod and turn the video away. The video stops there, but G-Rod says that's when 5 of MGK's bodyguards swooped in, and he puts it. MGK suddenly got tough and started challenging him. G-Rod claims that Kelly shoved him, and he says the bar manager immediately sided with the celebrity and kicked out G-Rod. G-Rod says 2 hours later, he was walking toward a Hamptons Inn across the street from the bar when he noticed MGK and his crew hanging outside of their tour bus. When they started barking at each other, an Atlanta PD officer stepped in to cool things down. But G-Rod says that MGK went off, calling the cop a pussy and a pig. And G-Rod says the officer did nothing to response, which pissed off G-Rod. He told us if it was black or a Latino person that said that to a cop, that they'd immediately be tased or worse. And, G-Rod says he went into the hotel lobby, and MGK continued jawing at him with all his bodyguards standing around him. And then G-Rod, who's a pretty big dude, says he told him he'd fight each of them if he really had a chance, one at a time if they wanted to. And instead, he says the bodyguards all jumped him at once. According to cops who've seen surveillance video, one guard body slammed J-Rod, and then 3 others started punching and kicking him in the face and in the rib cage. And it turns out G-Rod, who's had roles in Ozark, Power, NCIS, New Orleans, and many more, says that MGK isn't involved at this point. He just let his bodyguards get physical and manhandle him because he's not man enough to handle him himself. D-Rod tells TMZ he's already hired a lawyer and intends to file a lawsuit against MGK. However, he adds, "I will drop the lawsuit if we both sign waivers and meet in an octagon, and I go man to man without goons or weapons." Man, police are investigating, and G-Rod is at the ER getting treatment for severe facial injuries, potentially a broken orbital bone, and maybe a busted nerve around his eye.
Wow.
Reaching out to MGK's reps so far, no word back. Nobody's saying shit. But in the meantime, it looks like MGK is not going to have any time to respond because in the next 24, 48 hours, it could be a warrant for MGK's arrest for assault and battery.
Yeah.
And all 5 of his guards are looking at jail time as well.
Yeah. You can't just go around beating people up. Like,
Yeah.
I know that it seems like you can sometimes, but you really can't. There are consequences for that.
Yeah, just a smidge. It's 11:02. We're going to get some music in, give everybody a chance to get their horoscopes in.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me. All right, so I got something right here from Sarah Thiel. This is out of Las Vegas, Nevada. This girl's got some chops. She's a singer-songwriter. Let me know what you guys think about this.
Skin isn't just skin, so don't just stand there like you've seen it before. In time isn't just time, it's me waiting and I have no patience to wait anymore. A girl wants what a girl wants, and I want you. So don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. Life is gonna happen with or without you. Come closer, won't you let me see?
human Sarah Thiel right there. Some good chops, I'd have to say. Something definitely different than I normally have on the show.
Definitely.
So, horoscope time.
Yes, sir.
You ready for this, Siobhan?
Alrighty, so first and foremost, if today is your birthday, happy birthday, and here's your horoscope. Mercury links to both Jupiter and Pluto on your birthday this year, which suggests you will soon be deeply involved in matters of the utmost seriousness. You can and you will make a difference in the world. Just make sure it is a positive sort. Yeah. Kind of wish my birthday was today.
Yeah.
And for everybody else, if you are an Aquarius, your interest in something that just a short while ago you could not care about in the slightest now borders on the obsessive. What brought about such a change? Whatever the reason, don't let it take over your life completely. No one loves a fanatic. Pisces. You need to get serious about something that you have not always been serious about in the past. The planets warn you have now reached the stage where you have to act swiftly and decisively. You can no longer afford to be half-hearted about it. Aries. Make sure everyone knows that you are in charge and that you won't take kindly to those who question your orders. That may seem a bit harsh, but what needs to be done calls for some strong leadership, and they don't come stronger than you. Excuse me.
Don't die.
I was going to tell you don't die.
Yeah.
Over there in the
I was
background.
trying to take a drink and it went down the wrong pipe. I almost died.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Taurus. It seems there are still doubts in some circles that you have what it takes to reach the goals and targets you recently set for yourself. What can you do to make those doubts go away? Try delivering something this week that was not expected until next week.
I could see that.
Yeah. Sorry. 1 second.
Coffee break.
Not enough caffeine in my caffeine stream. All right. For the fellow Geminis out there, you don't need to ask for anyone's permission before making your escape from routine activities that are driving you mad. If the world is crowding in on you... Sorry. It's when they really apply, they kind of... Yeah. If the world is crowding in on you, then do whatever it takes to bust out and taste freedom again. And do it now.
Do it.
Thanks.
It's a Nike commercial for you this week, Siobhan. It sounds
it kind of feels like that's, yeah. I'm like halfway through reading it. I was like, oh, screw you. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely applicable for me this week. Like, yeah, I'm going mad. My routine is like closing in around me. So, that's all right though. Cancer. A feud of some kind is likely to erupt into open warfare during the early part of this week. Don't bother trying to find a compromise solution because the planets warn there isn't one. This is one of those occasions when it really is all or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of. All right, mine's not so bad.
Yeah, right. No shit. I was trying to be nice without being
Nope, mine's not so bad.
Yeah.
For the Leos, you have a clear choice this week. You can work with someone who shares your overall aims, even though you disagree on a few details, or you can let those details come between you and go your separate ways. Common sense says you must work together.
Yeah.
For Anthony, the Antman, and his fellow Virgos.
Virgos unite! I need you. My horoscopes are weak without you.
So you have so much energy at your disposal at the moment, but are you using it in the right way? Whatever else you don't do. Whatever else you do, don't waste it on people who are never going to live up to your amazingly high standards. Be selective in your choice of allies.
I don't have high standards. I just have really low people in my life that can't meet up to my bar. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, seriously though, I used to have expectations of people, you know, and I used to. And I admit that. But these days, man, being 35 and getting older, I really don't have that much faith in people anymore. I really don't. I've lost a lot of faith in a lot of my friends and a lot of my people just simply because, like, man, like...
As your horoscope says, be selective in your choice of allies.
That means I'm going to have to delete some friends on my friends list. Man, Cam Grady says, yes, and I am one of them, low lives. She's like, I love you, Mom. Thank you.
I can envision her singing low life like right now.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Why
she's like, yeah, absolutely. As she's making sausage stars, which I can't wait. Back in heaven. Yeah, part of my family day. That's like childhood memories, some of the best childhood memories. If she was making the wings herself, that'd be the only thing that makes it better. if it was Mom's sausage stars and Mom's hot wings, I might just die happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, for the Libras, you have started many new things in recent months, but how many of them will you manage to finish? And will they be up to your usual high standards? If you take on too much, the quality of your work will suffer. So do less, but do better.
Okay.
Scorpio, you must, repeat, must let others go their own way and do their own thing. If you try to force them to follow your lead this week, all you will create is a whole load of resentment. And that's not good. Learn to be a bit less hands-on.
A little less hands-on.
Sagittarius, you may think you can get away with anything, and it is true that your remarkable self-belief protects you more often than not. But you need to remember that you are not untouchable or unbeatable. Be bold and be brave, but know your limits too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And last but of course not least, Capricorn. You need to make more of your talents, and you need to make sure you get paid the going rate, or even a premium rate, seeing as you are the best at what you do. Make your demands, and make sure others realize you are serious about it. So basically, don't undersell yourself.
I was gonna say, right? Don't undersell yourself. Make sure you know what your self-worth is, man, and don't take no for an answer.
Right?
Absolutely. Crazy. So, like, does that round up horoscopes?
That's it.
Wow. So, in honor of yourself and yo mama, I got something special for you here.
Oh, yeah? I gotta add one more person to this. Miss Megan Craig, I love you, biatch.
To be a
house.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Hey, Siobhan.
Yes.
Did you see that Anne Hathaway denounces white privilege in an award speech?
I'm sorry, say what? She did what?
She denounced white privilege in an award speech.
How do you manage? Like, I can't even say it. How do you manage to denounce white privilege in an award speech?
And be white. That's one my thing. So, Washington actress Anne Hathaway told an audience Saturday night that she's been frightened by the hatred of the LGBT people that bigots spew, but a speech by former Vice President Joe Biden went a long way to restoring her faith. I really needed this, Hathaway said, as she accepted the National Equality Award at the Human Rights Campaign's national dinner. I think I'm probably walking around like most people right now, as she goes on to say. I'm pretty shell-shocked by what I see every day and what I hear every day, and I really don't like to admit this, but I get scared. Hathaway said that she felt better after hearing speeches from Biden and HRC's President Chad Griffin, who spoke earlier in the evening. You guys gave me my heart back, Hathaway gushed. Then speaking to the ladies, gentlemen, and gentle them in the crowd, Hathaway denounced white, straight, and CIS gender privilege, cisgender privilege. It is important to acknowledge, with the exception of being a cisgender male, everything about how I was born has put me to the current center of a damaging and widely accepting myth, she said. That myth is that gayness orbits around straightness, transgender orbits around cisgender, and that is all races orbit around whiteness. Hathaway explained that it was when we spend time with the LGBT community, her older brother is gay, that she learned to reject the myth. And she goes on to say, I appreciate this community because together we are not going to just question this myth, we're going to destroy it, she told the crowd. Let's tear this world apart and build a better one, she goes on to say. Hathaway was introduced by her Ocean's 8 co-star, Aquana, who called the Academy Award-winning actress a friend and sister. But let's be clear, she's been telegraphing to the queer community for years. The rapper and actress said of Hathaway, like when she straddled that motorcycle in that spray-on jumpsuit in Catwoman. Yeah. I'm shivering right now. That's what Aquanafina said to Anne after the whole reporting thing. So I think this is an interesting story. I mean, I really don't know what to say about it. I think that gender equality, I think what's going on in the community, a lot of people are getting pushed in some corners they don't want to be pushed in, I think, and very, very potentially could be, I would like to see everybody just get along, I guess, a long story short. I mean, I don't care what you are, I don't care who you are, I don't care. I'm just trying to get along. It's hard enough trying to get along in these days.
Absolutely.
In these times. So, I don't know, man. It is 11:23, Siobhan. And, we got Family Day. We got all kinds of stuff going up, man. I think we're going to...
Speaking of Family Day.
Yeah.
So, I found this article, and apparently I am doing something wrong as a parent because this should be my life.
Uh-oh.
And this should be all parents' life. Clearly, we're all doing something wrong. So, like not being wealthy. So wealthy parents are hiring super nannies to care for them, too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Get this. So, And actually, here, let me send you this image here real quick, so that you can throw that up there for everybody, because this is just ridiculous. I like, oh, if only. All right, so twice a week at around 11 p.m., Jeff Goldstein stretches out, turns on his spa playlist, lights a candle, and gets a 90-minute massage, courtesy of his children's nanny. At first, I felt a little awkward, admits Goldstein, 41, who has 2 kids and co-owns the celeb favorite clothing boutique Blue and Cream in the Hamptons and East Village with his wife, Samantha Greens. But then, it was so good. Having a nanny who can teach your kid a second language doesn't cut it anymore in New York City's elite circles. Now there's a fleet of super nannies who will design custom dresses for the tots, give moms daily blowouts, and yes, even massage the boss. Just ask Lamore Winston, who owns a nanny consulting business, LW Wellness, in Manhattan. One Upper West Side family whose kids are 4 and 7 asked her to produce a yoga-certified nanny that wanted to make sure everybody in the household was balanced and mindful. Weinstein's search was successful, and after-school playdates at the family's apartment now include yoga lessons.
Wow.
It's definitely an attraction, Weinstein said, the family's new popularity. Once a week, when the kids are in school, the nanny travels to the father's real estate office for a 30-minute yoga session. It might sound extravagant, but as Aaron Maloney Winder, the president of Abigail Madison, a household staffing company in Manhattan, said, if you are able to afford something and you treat the people well, there's no limit to what a nanny can do. She added that these super nannies often command $10 more an hour than the $20 an hour going rate. So they're getting like $30 an hour, by the way, to do this.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Recently, Maloney Winder secured a nanny for a Greenwich, Connecticut CEO and mother of 4 who wanted her caregiver to blow out her hair daily, in addition to caring for the 2 girls' locks, driving them to school, and preparing 3 meals a day. Her sons have their own nanny. So wait, she's got 2 nannies.
Yeah.
The girl's nanny, a former beautician, not only handles all 3 ladies' tresses, but does the mom's manicures and facials too. Wealthy families have a certain way of looking at things, said Seth Norman Greenberg, the vice president of the Pavilion Agency, a domestic staffing company in Midtown. They realize when interviewing people that they might be able to get a lot more than what their basic needs are. Greenberg has one New Jersey client request a nanny who could drive a Zamboni because the kids had their own ice skating rink. He filled the slot, but some demands are too great for even him. One time, a family lived in a remote area in the Midwest where there were bears, said Greenberg. They wanted a New York savvy nanny, but one who knew how to use a blank gun to scare bears. I couldn't get anyone, unfortunately. Not a lot of New York nannies are open to that. With plenty of employers, while plenty of employers have wild requests, families sometimes strike gold without even realizing it. One Tribeca mom who asked to remain anonymous for fear that someone might poach her nanny said her child's caregiver of 5 years has designed nearly a dozen custom frocks for the 6-year-old. She turned my Lily Pulitzer skirt into a dress for my daughter, made her a Disney-themed birthday outfit, and even made her and her best friend kindergarten graduation dresses, said the mother. Goldstein, who split time between Singapore and Tribeca, was similarly surprised by his nanny's secret talent. He learned that Liren was in school to become a certified massage therapist only after she was hired for care for him as his and his wife's 4-year-old and 1.5-year-old children. She will massage my son's toes when he has a sinus condition to drain his sinuses, said Goldstein. It blows my mind. Meanwhile, he and Greens take advantage of Loren's skills after hours. After dinner's done and the kids are asleep, it's massage time, said Goldstein, who said they tip Loren for the extra rub-downs. I'm seriously considering launching a massage business, Nannies Who Massage.
Wow.
So clearly I am not parenting right, and I need to make some adjustments.
Yeah. I think a lot of us do. It sounds like a lot of us need to make some adjustments.
Like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, and $30 an hour? Holy crap.
I'm in the wrong line of work.
Like even $20 an hour. But then again, I've looked up sitters for my daughter, and it's like some of them charge like $16 an hour, but they're, certified nurses, or they, certified in, So, I mean,
they can make macaroni and cheese without burning it.
Right.
Like,
I mean, that's really all I need you to do. I don't.
$16 an hour. Bam.
I mean, CPR classes are a plus, but,
I don't want no. You got.
I mean, well, you have to at least have CPR classes, but yeah, I mean, like all of these extra things, I'm just like, oh, okay, but I have to pay you more. Okay, never mind.
So, U.S. Border Patrol supervisor was charged Saturday with murder in the deaths of 4 female sex workers following what authorities called a 2-week killing spree that ended with 5 women escaped from him at a Texas gas station to find help.
Holy crap.
Yeah, buddy. Webb County District Attorney Isidro Alanes said that in a tweet that Juan David Ortiz, 35, an intel supervisor for the Border Patrol, has been charged with 4 counts of murder as well as aggravated assault and unlawful restraint. Ortiz, a 10-year Border Patrol veteran, was arrested early Saturday after the 5th woman escaped and found a state trooper. Ortiz fled and was found hiding in a truck in a hotel parking lot in Laredo, about 145 miles southwest of San Antonio. We do consider this to be a serial killer, Alanis said. Alanis told the Texas Tribune that after Ortiz picked up the 5th woman, she quickly realized that she was in danger. When she tried to escape from him at the gas station, that's when she ran into the state trooper, Alanis said. And he said that the authorities believed Ortiz had killed all 4 women since September 3rd. The names of the victims were not immediately released. Alanis said 2 of them were U.S. citizens, but the 2 nationalities of the other 2 were not yet known. The manner in which they were killed is similar to all the cases from the evidence, said Alanis, and he declined to say how they were killed. Alanis said investigators are still trying to determine a motive for the killings. Authorities believe he acted alone. It's interesting that he would be observing and watching as law enforcement was looking for the killer, that he would be reporting to every work day like normal, just showing up to work. Like, just, like, oh, I'm here, I'll clock in, let me show up. U.S. Customs and Border Protection issued a statement saying it was fully cooperating with the investigation. Our sincerest condolences go out to the victims, family, and friends, while it is CBP policy to not comment on the details of an ongoing investigation. Criminal action by our employees is not and will not be tolerated, the agency said. The Texas Department of Public Safety, whose Texas Rangers are investigating, did not return several messages seeking comment this week. We're going to watch and see how this plays unfolds, but man, as this goes on, it's only going to get a lot worse. And hopefully you guys get a chance to check it out, man. I'm going to post a story in there, NewYorkPost.com. You guys can check it out right there. I'll make sure I put it in the live show for you as well. I want to give a shout out to everybody out there who's listening this morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, man. We hang out every Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon every Sunday. We're huge supporters of the local community and the local people, Siobhan, and we love supporting local people.
Absolutely.
And we do a lot of stuff in our local community, but we want to try to help get out to the world and more people. So if you like what we're doing, share this video. You can check us out at musicfamiliaproductions.com. I think, Siobhan, we might call the show a little early today just because it's a nice day, it's a family day, and you need to get to your moms. So,
well, we can't go without doing love news, though.
Oh, no, we're going to do love news, but I think we'll cut a little early today.
Okay.
So,
Well, let's go ahead and get love news out of the way. I sent you a picture for use in love news, by the way.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So if you need a minute to get that in, we can go to
I
a
need
song
you to
first.
send it to. I don't know where you sent it to.
Facebook.
I didn't get it.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
No. Mm-mm.
In Messenger?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what the shit? All right, let me send it again.
You're fired. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, see, it's right there, the chart.
Ah, the
yes.
chart. Oh,
the chart.
no.
The chart. The chart. Yes, the chart.
Oh, no. Is there a reason why you sent me a chart?
There is a reason why I sent you a chart.
Oh, there is definitely a reason why you sent me a chart. All right, so we're going to get into this new music right here. We're going to check out, I got something special for you. This is out of my indie collection, and this would be Shades. I hope you guys like these guys. This is something a little bit different, man, but I think we all need a little bit of taste of the American dream, right? Check this out. Let me know what you think.
Give him a break from all this overworking. Give him some time, cut him some slack from all this shit he's drinking. He's got a wife at home, but would rather be alone. Live it out, man, the American dream. Why picket fence to match your red, white, and blue? Opportunity, equality, but that does not apply to you. You may not qualify for your basic human rights. Live it out, man, the American dream. What would you say if I stood up and walked the fuck away? You know, what would you say if I just up and moved the fuck away? Give her a break, she's more than just a pretty face. Ready for you to inseminate and leave alone with the kids. She's got a wife at home, and in her free time she smokes. Live it up, man, the American dream. What would you say if I stood up and walked the fuck away? You know, what would you say? I can take it, I am sick of shit, and my dream's not your dream, but I really like it now. I can take it, I am sick of shit, and my dream's not your dream, but I really like it now. I can take it, I'm sick of shit, and my dream's not your dream, but I really like it now. I can take it, I'm sick of shit, and my dream's not your dream, but I really like it. What would you say if I stood up and walked the fuck away? You know, what would you say if I just up and walked the fuck away? You know, I can take it, I'm sick of shit, and my dream's not your dream, but I really like it. I can take it, I'm sick of shit, and my dream's not your dream, but I really like it.
Oh, yeah. You ready for some love news, Siobhan?
I am.
Oh, yeah. It's time for Love News with Siobhan.
So what's up, Siobhan? What's up with this? What's up with this chart that I'm about to add in here?
So
Give
from
me while you're talking about it, I'm gonna get it in here.
From bathroom habits to sharing a bed, how long it takes couples to get comfortable with each other. And just so you know, almost every event happens quicker for men than women. Just so you know. So from your first adult sleepover to the first time you say I love you, there are a myriad events that we use to judge the progress of a romantic partnership, and they happen faster for some than others. Now, oh, sorry, totally forgot to mute that again after the clip earlier. My bad. Now, a survey has revealed just how long it really takes to feel completely comfortable around a partner, examining the most nonce markers of intimacy, such as walking around naked and wearing a retainer to bed. The survey of 1,000 people carried out by Mattress Advisor revealed vast discrepancies between men and women, with the former often taking far less time to feel comfortable around their partner in various circumstances. For example, it takes men an average of 2.8 months to feel comfortable sleeping naked with a new partner, whereas women, it takes more than a month longer. Meanwhile, it takes men roughly 3.4 months to wear a retainer to bed, while for women, this won't happen for at least 8.8 months. As for walking around the bedroom naked, an anxiety that undoubtedly plagues all relationship newbies, it takes men an average of 2.8 months. For women, it's 3.9. One similarity between the genders in terms of feeling comfortable was regarding telling a partner they snored too loud, with both men and women doing so at an average of 4.7 months. The research found that one thing that takes the most time for both men and women to feel comfortable doing is to poop in front of your partner, taking men 7.1 months and women 10.7.
I'm curious if anybody out there has the guts to say, I'm curious how many of you have had, like, how long did it take you to get comfortable with your partner before you're able to do anything?
So I'm going to go through the chart here and read off everything to everyone because I know the chart is really big. So getting comfortable, average timeline of sleepover habits for people in relationships by gender. All right, so massage your partner in bed. Men, 2.4 months. Women, 3.7. Tell your partner of dreams about them. 2.6 for men, 3.3 for women. Leave the bed unkept. 2.8 for men, 4 for women. To shave in front of your partner. 2.8 months for men and 4.7 months for women. Sleep with your partner naked. 2.8 months for men and 3.9 months for women. Kiss your partner with morning breath. 3.1 for men, 4.6 for women. Walk around the bedroom naked. 3.1 for men, 4.5 for women. Ask for a pair of pajamas. 3.3 for men, 4.2 for women. Wear a retainer to bed. 3.4 months for men, 8.8 months for women.
Wow.
Wake up your partner in the middle of the night. 3.5 for men, 5.7 for women. Wake up your partner in the morning. 3.6 for men, 5.2 for women. Shower with your partner. 3.8 for men, 5.2 for women.
Men are just hoes. That's what it comes down to. We don't give no shits. We're just all about like, well, let's do it. Come on, let's do it.
Leave a toothbrush at your partner's house. 4.5 for men, 5.4 for women. Tell your partner they snore too loud. 4.7 for both men and women. Leave an extra pair of clothes at your partner's house. 4.7, 5.8 for women. Fart in bed. 5.3 months for men, 8.5 months for women. Use the bathroom with the door open. 5.5 for men, 8.6 for women. Snoop through your partner's cell phone while they sleep. 6.8 for men, 6.1 for women.
Wow.
Poop in front of your partner. 7.1 and 10.7. And last, ask for an extra house key. 7.7 months for men, 8.8 months for women. I find it interesting that it's exactly a month difference for that.
Exactly.
And so this is the survey was taken of 1,009 people that are in relationships but living separately that have performed each of these actions. So, yeah. So, there you go.
I'm curious, like all my music familia out there, man. I know a lot of people who are in relationships or have been in long-term relationships. How long did it take you guys to get comfortable before you were able to let your guard down? 5 months, 6 months, what? I'm curious. I really am curious. Hear what some of the music familia.
It's hard for me to say. I don't know for sure with my husband. Like, I don't actually know what any of those markers are necessarily. Like,
I know what mine are. I know what mine are.
Because that's not something I've ever paid attention to. So, and I know that's a thing for people. Like, it's really like, oh, it's got to be at least this many months before I do this.
I pay. Good morning, Autumn, and Sam Stockdale. What's up, buddy? What's going on?
But yeah, it's not something I've ever really paid attention to, and I guess each relationship was probably different based on that person and how they treated me and how the relationship was. So I can't really give a.
Oh yeah. So like me personally, I was in my obviously you guys know I'm married. In my relationship, I was friends with her for 10 years before we got together. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of glass breaking and ceiling breaking, so to speak.
Well, the other thing is too, this is based on not living together, and my husband and I, because of the situation, moved in together, and in a lot. So a lot of my relationships, the guy I ended up being with moved in with me because he was in a shitty home situation. So I can't really go off of their study for myself. I'm a sucker. I let people take advantage of me. Let me just be just be honest.
Are you saying that's what your husband did?
No, I'm not saying that's what my husband
okay.
did. But previous to my husband, a lot of the people I dated ended up living with me because I was just too nice, and and it wasn't just males. Like, I had females do it too. I had one of my girlfriends move in with me because she was living with somebody and it wasn't working out, and I was too nice, and I let her move in with me, and I'm such a moron. I was always too nice.
Andrea, she says, a friend left a toothbrush, and the child used it on the toilet, and then later told the man about it. Guess she didn't like that guy. Holy
That's hilarious.
Holy shit pickles.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Walking on your kid using, oh man.
Hey, so I watched Deadpool 2 the other night with the wife.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. And my word is shit pickles now.
Yeah.
Totally. Like,
that
yeah,
doesn't surprise
for
me.
everything. Like,
Of
literally.
course.
And you know, be amazed at how many people haven't caught that analogy yet. I'm just like, wow, it's a great analogy. Anyway, so I was going across after we were talking about the serial killer, the U.S. Border Patrol agent. So we go from that to a Hawaiian, the first ever Hawaiian princess. Yes, folks, there is a Hawaiian princess.
Oh, I saw this too.
And she lost control of her $215 million fortune on the whim that she lost her mind. It's a Hawaiian punch, and we're not even kidding. The state's last princess has lost control of her $215 million trust after a judge in Honolulu ruled that she doesn't have the mental capacity to manage the fund. According to a published report, Abigail Kawananaku, go ahead, try that again, 92, it took me 3 days, 92, who's descended from the royal family that ruled Hawaii until 1893, was led to a private life breeding horses and has been best known for her philanthropy. But in a strange twist, the great-granddaughter of sugar plantation owner James Campbell just happens to be one of Hawaii's biggest landowners, became entangled in a legal skirmish over control of her riches last year after she suffered a stroke. And Kawananaku's longtime attorney, Jim Wright, said she was no longer able to serve as trustee and would fill the he would fill the void. But Kawananaku flipped the script, firing the lawyer and marrying her partner of 2 decades, Veronica Gale Worth. As the heiress sought to appoint her wife as a trustee, someone of Kawananaku's staff suspected Worth was pulling strings behind the scenes. On Monday's ruling, the judge agreed to replace Wright, but appointed First Hawaiian Bank in his place. So it turns out that it's not going to be ran by anybody other than a bank. So from here on out, $250 million, however it needs to be dolled out, will be dolled out by this bank in monthly increments. And this lady's trust that she's been responsible for 93 years, it's been her family, before she was ever, in this world, now has to rely on this bank to survive. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And all because of her not being mentally capable to run it. Now, I get that, but I feel like there's some shystiness going on somewhere in there. I just feel like there's somewhere in there, there's like a whoa moment. You know what I mean?
It definitely would seem like it.
I don't know, man. It's just fishy to me. Anyway, it's 11:48. And, I think I think we're going to call it a show just so we can get on with our family days, man. It's a beautiful day out there, Columbus, Ohio. I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. I want to give a shout out to Photo Nation AP. I want to give a shout out to Lynette's Country Barbecue. I want to also let you guys know we have available spots. You guys can get involved with Music Familia Productions. It's real simple. And, you know, we pretty much have unveiled this affordable pricing list. We have website ad space available and much more. We can do 30 and 60-second commercials for bands, businesses, or events. You can also sponsor our podcast. You can also send your virtual flyers. Bands, for those of you out there who are a part of the music industry, you guys can submit your flyers to our Music Familia Productions page, and we can get the flyers in the shows simply just like Maximum Hype and just like Speedy Socks Productions and Filthy Productions, who sent in these beautiful flyers right here. You guys can check out Maximum Hype presents The Blend, Ignite the Fire, Get Weird, Echoes from a Distance, David Goliath, Dark Harbor, and my man Bobby D, all under one roof, September 22nd, Bethel Road Pub, 1375, Bethel Road Pub to be exact. Doors are at 8 p.m., the show starts at 9. Make sure it's a $5 cover, baby, and make sure you come 21 and up. Both of these shows that you guys are seeing right now, the Roast of Nick Wilson is coming up. That's going to be a killer show, and I encourage anybody who needs a good laugh in their life to get out and make Expensive Nick. I'm just kidding. I love you, Nick, man. Great dude. Make sure you guys come out, hang out with Cryptic, ADA, TFTS, Avanti, Tin Rose, Tyler Perry. My man John F. Gordon is going to be out there with some surprises, holding it down. Make sure you guys get ready for this. Doors at 6 p.m., 21 and up, $5 cover, drink specials, and the kitchen is open all night. Make sure you get out there, 1375 Bethel Road. If you guys have flyers and you guys want to send them in, you guys can do that. It's $5 a promo, and you guys can do that for a show, so think about that. That's easy promotion for bands to be able to promote themselves. So share this video, jump over there. If you guys have not had a chance to check out our live video, then do that as well. We encourage you guys to do that. And I will drop a link into the live video so you guys can jump over there and check that out as well after we're done. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who came in and hung out with us this morning. Thank you so much. Siobhan, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate you.
Of course.
And I know you've been frustrated lately. You want to air some of your frustrations before we jump off here real quick? Or you want to leave it to the people?
No.
Good?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. All right. So we are going to be jumping off here. We're going to go have some barbecue. Sounds good. And I think I'm going to come over and get some wings. Sounds really good. All right, guys. Next Sunday, when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit. We're going to get in deeper with some of the stories and some of the things. We'll be a little bit more prepared and be ready for a killer show. Tune in next Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon. Have a great week. And remember, all music videos aired are not Music Familia Productions, and we give all the rights to the artists and musicians for their works. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
See you next week.
Yay.